My pledge of allegiance to Africa. I pledge allegiance to Africa, home of the first civilization of mankind, the second largest continent on earth, rich with natural resources like gold, diamonds, coltan, uranium, iron ore, and much more. I will defend you from enemies, both foreign and domestic. I will fight for you. I will die for you. With dignity, a clean conscience, and no malice in my heart, these things I pledge. Welcome, beautiful people, to the KTC broadcast, Living in Africa. I'm your host, Mr. Yusuf. But before I get into my talk today, I'd like to send my warm, heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims of the helicopter crash in the Kumasi area. At KDC Studios, we want to extend our condolences to the family of those victims. Okay. All right. If you missed the first episode of the Living in Africa broadcast, I'm Mr. Yusuf. I'm from America, born and raised, and I've come to Africa to teach. I'm known here in Africa as Mr. Yusuf, the mind builder, and mentor to children. I wear the construction dress to say that I'm a builder. I build minds. So I branded myself with this look. And I've noticed since coming to Africa that the children, they're not, they're not well taught about who they are as Africans. They don't have pride, and they're not proud to be Africans. Why do I say this? Because when I see the Africans, their dress locally, I feel like I'm in New York. I had this notion that when I would come to Africa, that I would see traditional African dress, everybody, dressed in African garb every day. And, so I was a little surprised when I saw what I see. So me as a teacher and educator, I like to come here and try to broaden the mindset of our people, in terms of who we are, what we need to do to bring this continent back to its fruition. Africa is the wealthiest continent on the planet Earth. But, most people don't understand it, especially our young people, our children. They don't understand that this is the wealthiest continent on Earth. Even I, before I knew that, I thought Africa was poor. I thought it was just, uh, poverty everywhere. I didn't know. But what the image that is given to us, by the world, Western powers, so forth, is that this is a very poor continent. And to my surprise, that this is the only continent out of the 7 continents that can survive on its own. It's self-contained. We have everything we need. Gold, diamonds, coltan, lithium, gas, natural gas, oil, you name it. We have it here. As Africans, we didn't have to leave this continent to go elsewhere looking for venture, looking for food, looking for other things that to sustain us. We had everything here. That's why we never left. But other people came to us. They came to us because they needed what we have here today. Yeah. So we need to stop this myth and this talk about we're poor and we don't have things. We have to change, the way we think. We have to reset the mindset of our children. Our children are our greatest natural resources. They are our greatest natural resources. And we should do everything we can to teach them and to educate them and to get them on the right path. Most of them don't know that Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa. Most of them don't know that Algiers is the largest country on the continent. So these are small things to some people, but these are things that we should know. We live here. We should know that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was the first one who had the vision of uniting the continent of Africa. This man was from Ghana, and he was the first one who come up with the idea of unifying this continent. Yeah, Pan-Africanism. He was our first Pan-Africanist teacher. And Pan-Africanism simply means the unification of the African continent politically, economically, socially. Yeah. So we have to start instituting in the educational systems of Africa Pan-Africanist talk. Yeah, Pan-African centered teaching. So that's why basically I'm here. So we have to encourage our children to love being Africans. We shouldn't feel that because we look the way we look, that we're different from other people and ethnic groups on the planet Earth, which we are. And it only symbolizes that we're the first people. This is why our hair is kinky and nappy, and no one else's hair is kinky and nappy but ours. We are the original people on the planet Earth, and anybody else who don't look like us, they are they are a copy of us. They left Africa looking like us. And because of the diets that they ate in other regions of the world and the environmental factors, their features change. So they come back to Africa now as Chinese and Indians and Arabs and white people. That's because they left Africa and went elsewhere, and they come back now looking the way they look. But we are the original people, and our children should know this. They should know that we are the first people on the planet Earth. So Adam and Eve had to be Africans, and I don't say this in a racist way or that we're better than other people. It's just anthropological fact. We are the first people on the planet. I mean, do the research. I did it. And, there's no scientists, archaeologists, anthropologists who can refute what I'm saying right now, that we are the original people. And we have to get that pride back of who we are. We have to start trying to build an African superpower, a global African superpower. If we like France so much, then we should, stay here in Africa and make Africa look like France. The same thing for those of us who love UK. We want to go to UK. No, no, stay home, stay in Africa, and let's develop Africa. Let's take control of our resources, right? And stop sending them abroad. Stop sending the raw materials away and letting other people process and develop them and sell it back to us. We have to change that. You know, our children are our greatest natural resources, and we should do everything we can to invest in our children, especially in the way that they think. You know, so I encourage all parents, I encourage all Africans all over the world, let's come back home. Let's become conscious. Let's become proud Africans. Let's empower our minds and our children, with the fact that, we are a beautiful people. We are a lovely people, and we are a people who should be proud of who we are. We have gotten away from that because of colonization. We were colonized. And I'm sure most of you know what that means, that we were colonized. So I encourage you again, here at KDC Studios, we educate you as well as entertain you at the same time with what we teach and what we preach. So let's let's get on track. Let's try to redefine who we are. Let's rediscover who we are as Africans, because from my travels around the world, I have found out that we're the most despised and rejected people on the planet Earth. So the question should be why? Why are we so despised, and why are we so rejected by the world? So we have to get control of our narrative. We have to get in front of this narrative, and let the world know that we are a proud people. We are a beautiful people. We have to become patriotic. We have to become very patriotic and love this continent and love who we are. Okay. I thank you for honoring me with your time. This is the second broadcast of the KDC Studio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch us on all of our social media platforms. I'm Mr. Yusuf, your host, and bye for now. See you next week, same time.